first character is Charlie. He's an ordinary person who likes to collect stamps, desires a peaceful life, and goes to work like any regular person. Our second character is Lucia. She is Charlie's wife. And our third character is Sam, who is a psychiatrist. He is Charlie's friend and plays an important role in the story. Charlie first trying to establish the fact that there are actually two levels. He in fact gives you a logical reason as to why there are only two levels, and he establishes this through the timetables that are there. He even tells you that the president of the railway system is going to swear on the fact that there are only two levels. So once this fact is established that there are two levels, but he had actually gone to the third level. So this is where the element of the science fiction comes in, because there is no existent fact on the same issue. And since it is non-existent, so he decided to consult Sam, who's a psychiatrist friend. Obviously, since he knew that logically or factually he knows that it's not there, so he immediately decided to consult his friend. Sam blamed it on his desire to escape from tensions and pressures of life. Or you feel a lot of pressure is there, which is why you found an escape route. And when he told this to other friends, they also said that they thought since he had a habit of collecting stamps, so this hinted towards the fact that he is an escapist who tries to escape from problems, which is why he had imagined the third level. But Charlie did not seem to agree with the logic, as even his grandfather used to collect stamps, and he was not trying to escape as there were no pressures in life when he started collecting stamps. In his time, obviously, when life was simpler, easier, so there were no pressures. Then he goes on to explain as to how one evening, when he was in a hurry to reach home, he took one wrong turn, which he was unaware of earlier, and reached the third level. Here he noticed many things which assured him that he had reached the year 1894. And these differences are very important for any student to remember in order to frame perfect answers. So just make sure you know these differences much better than anything else. First thing he notices that the room was smaller and it had fewer ticket windows and train gates, and the information booth was also of old style. Second difference he noticed was the dressing sense. There was a lot of difference in the way people dressed at that time. The style of dressing was quite of the 80s. The third point he noticed was there was pittance on the floor. Even the lights were open flame gas lights. And further on, the clue which thoroughly established the existence of the fact was the newspaper named The World, which was not being published in his time, and had some news about President Cleveland, who definitely was not the president in their time. This fact, in fact, was later corroborated when he returned to the present world and had found the same newspaper in the library. But the date was June 11, 1894. And finally, even the currency was old style. And even when he was trying to buy the ticket, he had to, run away from there because the clerk thought that he was trying to swindle him. He was trying to cheat him by giving him some fake currency, because was not the currency of that time. And it was during this escape, when he was trying to run away from the ticket counter, he reached the present world. He came back to the original level, which is there. And he was now so convinced that he bought old style currency and paid a premium amount for it, because he wanted to go back there and he needed the money to go there. And the premium amount herein means you pay a little extra to get something which is not in circulation right now. Like a vintage car or something, you would need to pay a lot of premium amount to get it. Like that, he had to pay a premium amount to get the currency. So with his saving of $300, he managed to get somewhere less than 200. But he was comfortable with it. Since the cost of living in 1894 was definitely low and his money would suffice him, so he was okay with this idea. He continued, he tried to find the third level again, but could not find it. and his wife got very worried. So, on his wife's insistence, they gave up the idea altogether. He said, let it be. But before we go any further, we must understand the concept of first day cover. It's an envelope which stamp collector posts to themselves so that whenever he or she wants to see and refer to it or add it in their stamp collection, it would be duly stamped. It's easy to keep track of dates from there. So now you know the meaning of a first day cover. So you'd be able to understand that how Charlie was convinced of the existence of the third level. Or in fact, now we have the proof of the third level being existent. One day he was going through the collection, and there he chanced to see a first day cover, which he hadn't seen earlier, but it somehow was there in his collection. He opened the envelope and found a letter from his friend Sam in it, who was even his psychiatrist. And his friend Sam had written in that letter that he'd found the third level and was living in Galesburg, Illinois in 1894. And he'd even asked Charlie and Louisa to continue to look for the third level as life was pleasant out there. There you had a very slow life, and he'd already taken a business also there, and he rarely was invited by the neighbors as well. Now, this letter in the end is what establishes that there was a third level which he had visited, and his friend had actually managed to find it, because Sam had always felt the pressure of life. Now, the most important question that's going to hover in your brain is whether actually there was a third level or not. But there is no conclusive answer to this.